welcome students to the Learn and Practice Institute, an institute for complete study. Here is your science session and I'm the teacher. So through biology, according to the exams, we will complete here throughout the year, okay? So let's start our first topic, that is life processes. Life, life for living organisms is very important, and our life is being processed by different type of internal body systems, that is called the different systems body that regulates every time in its seconds, and that in a proper way. Okay, so if we ask for ourselves, it is not only for the animal kingdom, for plants kingdom also. Got it? So everything we will read at a time. Okay, that's good. So let's start our first topic. If we make a chart that what type of systems are being done in our internal body system, so what could be there? Number one, that is nutrition, then transportation, then excretion, and blood circulation. Okay, so in this way different systems are going on, different are going on every time. It is regulating so that we can be fit. Okay, so first of all we will discuss on our first topic, that is the we know that in class 7 we read about nutrition in plants and animals, that how do plants and animals used to neutralize themselves along with the food particles, along with the enzymes. Okay, so first of all we will divide it in the same way in two parts, that is the autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. First of all, autotrophic nutrition, that is only for the plant kingdom. So about the plant kingdom we will read or discussed in a deep way, and after that we will come to the heterotrophic. Okay, so let's go for the autotrophic. Look, in autotrophic nutrition, it is saying it takes all the ingredients that is needed for their body to prepare their food are known as the autotrophs, and the nutrition is known as the autotrophic nutrition. So here we are taking a plant. Suppose a plant, we have taken a green plant, and that is the green. These are green body parts. Okay. Now from the green part I have taken, or the what. Those which have the chlorophyll. Now you see here chlorophyll is present, means the tiniest bean-shaped structure where the stomata is already there, is also there, and through stomatal opening what is being taken, it is being taken carbon dioxide and sunlight. Okay, and through the root particles it takes the water and minerals. Okay, now what happens mainly, it is said that through the xylem process of the sieve tubes, through the sieve tubes or xylem tubes, mainly the root the water and the minerals used to goes to the green body parts of a plant's or tree's body. After that, when the oxygen when the carbon dioxide and water is being taken, after that what happens, in a quick limit or in a quick time, the photosynthesis process happened and oxygen gas comes out and the food is being prepared by the plants. What happens, first of all, it doesn't happen all the things at a time. Okay, as we also in the kitchen, when we are going for the preparation of the steaks, no, at first I have to take the container, then I have to give the oil, then I have to give the spices, then the main veggies, then we cook. So in the same way plants also have the step, that what they have to do stepwise. Okay, so first of all what does they do, they used to the heat of the sun. Okay, they open the stomatal opening, and through the stomatal opening they catch the heat of the sun. Okay, after that what happens, this heat of the sun is helps to divide or helps to make the different products of the water. Whenever the sun heat is being absorbed, at the same time from the root part also through the xylem, water is going also be taken. Okay, and it is going towards the leaf. So when water has gone in contact of the, that time in stomata that water means, okay, this H2O is being divided itself as hydrogen and oxygen molecule. Hydrogen and oxygen molecule. This is a diffusion process, and through this diffusion process what happens, that the hydrogen and the oxygen gases, it takes the different. After that this oxygen gas goes out. Okay, through there oxygen has no work over or function over there, so oxygen goes out, and these kept inside the stomata. Then what happened, reduction of the CO2, reduction of the C2, it means reduction means when something is used to going out. Something is used to going out. So here the carbon dioxide gas, okay, the carbon dioxide gas that is being absorbed from the atmosphere, it is reacted with the hydrogen gas that is present over here. Oxygen goes out, only hydrogen is left. So hydrogen and from the atmosphere carbon dioxide gas, when these two are, you cannot see, okay, now can you see? Yes. So reduction of carbon dioxide, here carbon dioxide gas is taken, and along with carbon dioxide gas this hydrogen is react together and makes C6H12O6 glucose. Okay, the glucose is being completed. So in these three simple process, the photosynthesis process used to done by plant, by any plant, those who have a green portion in their body. Okay, so autotrophic nutrition, their chlorophyll, they takes all these things and they follow. At first they absorb the sun heat, after that they using the sun heat, the water is to diffused into hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen goes out in the as gas, and hydrogen is being reduced or is being reacted with the carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas, when it reacted together, glucose form. Okay, this is the entire part of the autotrophic nutrition. Now come at the heterotrophic nutrition. Now we will discuss about the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, earlier we have discussed the autotrophic, now we will discuss about the heterotrophic. Look, heterotrophic different topic discussion where we will start there. Then at that very time we have to say that the heterotrophic nutritions are being taken by those organisms, those who cannot make the food in their own body, and for the food they have to help for the organs on the others, right? So here I have taken our digestive system, got it, our digestive system, so that it could be clear to you in a practical way. So first of all, if we just take a diagram of the internal digestive system of a human being, so at first you know that it's a very basic diagram, and this is the ultimate diagram for our digestive system to know and to get the concept in a actual way or easy way. So first of all, when we are taking the food, suppose we are taking a lump of any type of food or piece of any type of food, then first of all we give inside a buccal cavity, it is given. Then what happens? Then the solid items, if it is liquid, then there is no need down, but if it is solid items, so we have to break it down along with our teeth, because there are 32 teeth are present. Okay, and of the food items, got it? So whenever we are chewing the food, we are chewing and make the very compound food into form. So at that very time, what is happening? There is a enzyme, there is an enzyme. What is its name? That is the saliva, and it is coming from the salivary gland, got it? Okay, so here we can write that salivary gland to saliva. Okay, so saliva is coming from salivary gland, got it? And in scientific term we can use it salivary, not in saliva only, salivary amylase. Salivary amylase, got it? Salivary amylase, it is used, and this is a type of nutrition or a juice that is being mixed in our mouth when we are chewing the food, right? So when we are chewing the food, after a while, it's very soft part, a very soft from hard food items, and it is just make a mound inside our buccal cavity. But then when it is completed, then automatically through scientific method, if it is solid form, so of course it will be carbohydrate, because the food that is solid form, it of course and 100% it takes the carbohydrate in their body. Okay, so as the food was carbohydrate, then the food, when we are just chewing, this process is called mastication, means when we are masticating the food, mastication, the process of chewing food inside the buccal cavity, the process of chewing food inside the buccal cavity only is called mastication process. So when we are masticating the food items, make it very soft, and the carbohydrate that is present inside the food, it changes into glucose. Okay, so carbohydrates already glucose. Look, why should First of all, why should we take the food? We should have to take the food for our aliveness. Got it? We have to be alive, that's why we have to take the food. When you're taking the food, few things or few nutrients are there, those which are very important for our body to be alive and to be active, right? To be strong. And all those vitamins, all those minerals, all those antioxidants, those which are taking as nutrients, okay, as it is very good. And there are three main things or three main nutrients, those which are needed in a much amount. Those are carbohydrate, protein and fat. Got it? In short, I have written C for carbohydrate, P for protein and A for fat. Here C for carbohydrate, where carbohydrate changes into glucose. Got it? So when the nutrients as carbohydrate, protein or fat is being taken, that time you have to keep in your mind that carbohydrate nutrition is not being taken directly in our body. Got it? Our body used to take the carbohydrate. Yes, it has carbohydrate, but in different form. That is glucose in form. Okay, so our body take the carbohydrate as glucose. It means automatically our body is absorbing the carbohydrate from the body, right? Okay. Next, so the carbohydrate has changed into glucose, then it makes a mold-like structure. Then what we have to do? We have to gulp it. So in gulping the food, that very time there is a thin pipe-like structure. Got it? What is the name of it? You know it. Esophagus. Got it? So through esophagus or food pipe, the food is just moving from, if it is the lump, so this lump is coming throughout this pipe. Okay, I have drawn a very simpler way, very small way. But if I draw in a bigger way, just like this, so what is happening? It is going outside of the pipe now. So what that purpose? What we have to do? We have to change its shape. Means we have to draw the pipe like this, and we have to change the shape of it. So it means whenever the food is just coming down stomach, got it? That very time, automatically the esophagus is changing its shape. Why? Because it is very soft and it's a rubber like structure. You know that rubber, when we just make try to stretch the rubber, then it used to wish, but when we just leave it, then it takes its own position. In the same way, when the food is coming towards the esophagus, then it's changing according to the shape of the mold. But when the mold is already come, then it comes at its own or previous place. Got it? So this type of movement, and you will observe that food, when we are engulfing, it always goes at the downwards. It always goes at downwards. It means at the downwards position, when the food is coming gradually, then there is a pressure of the esophagus that come towards the stomach, from mouth to stomach, with the pressure of the esophagus. What is this name? This process is called peristalsis. Okay, this process is called peristalsis. So peristalsis is the process of taking out the food or taking in the food cavity to stomach. Okay, good. Next, the food has come to the stomach. Now we have to read the stomach. Can you say? Good. You know that in stomach there is a acid, and the acid is present that helps to break the mold of the, it means the sophisticated food of the food particles into more softens and simpler form. And for that purpose, the acid helps it to formation. What is this acid's name? Good. HCl or hydrochloric acid. Look. So as it takes the carbon. You will observe sometimes that when you are not taking the food in a long time, for a long time you are not taking the food, that time what happens? A kind of gaseous form used to start, no? Gases used to start in our body, and we feel very uneasy, right? At that time, actually, that time our stomach needs the food. Our stomach needs the food, but there is no availability of the food to have. So gas used to start. We say that I'm feeling acidity. Acidity means that time the part a very small amount of the HCl. Okay, it goes towards through the esophagus to our throat, and when it comes towards the throat, then an acidity formation or acidity feeling comes in our mouth. Got it? And there is a soreness we feel in our mouth, and it is very uneasy for ourselves. So we say that I'm feeling acidity. So we have to take the diet in proper chart, according to the proper chart. That's why body, and it is not good for our body at all. Got it? So as the acid is present and it helps to uh, gaseous or acidity in our body, so it means that from that word we can say that this is a such type of gland like gastric, it is gastric gland. Gastric gland. Why? Because this portion of our digestive system, it contains the acid into it. Okay, and it sometimes or often helps to occur in our body acidity. So that's why we can say that it is a gastric gland. Understand? So gastric gland, as it is take the juice, so that's why it contains, it is saying that it is gastric juice. Gastric juice. Got it? So gastric juice is present in our stomach. Right? Now leave it. We have to go for the main components, those which are present inside the stomach. Up to gastric juice there is no problem. So gastric gland, we can say, as there is acid present, and acid fills or acid makes the gas or acidity in our body. So that's why it is gastric gland. And the juice means the acid is telling itself as a juice. Say it as gastric juice. So which gastric juice is present? HCl. So HCl is present right here, HCl, for making the food acidic. Okay, so making the food acidic. Understand? Is there anything else? Yes, there is mucus. Means saliva-like structure, mucus. What is the function of it? Mucus helps to take the protection of the inside part This is the inside part, and this is also the inside part, to take the protection of the inside part of our stomach. Okay, have you ever heard the word ulcer? A disease called ulcer? Yes, ulcer means, ulcer is such a disease where this protection is going to be finished. Okay, that time the HCl, know that HCl in our body or in contact in our body is not good at all, whether it is dilute or it is concentrated, it is not good at all, right? But you think inside our body is present, means totally solid, right? Our own, all our internal organelles are very soft and very much sensitive, and that part it has already taken, it has already consumed it itself. So for that purpose, what happens, such type of protection by the mucus is needed. So we can write here protection, for the protection. Okay, and what happens here? Here HCl and mucus is present. Mucus is for protection of the internal part of the stomach, and HCl is present for make the food or the mound of the food to be softened a much. So when the food is softened, at that very time, it helps to take out the protein. It helps to take out the protein, or it helps to digest the protein that time, where the carbohydrate was digested in our buccal cavity, and in our stomach the protein will be digested. What form will come? We have already read what it will come. Amino acids. Good. So amino acid will form. Got it? So amino acid nutrients are forming, amino acid nutrients is formed here inside the stomach, right? And the food is become clay like structure. It is clay, it has taken much amount water or saliva into itself, make a clay like structure. Now the function of the stomach is over. Here, when the food, suppose the clay like structure food is present over here, and now it has time to move from here to small intestine. Okay, when it is crossing the path from stomach to small intestine, when it is just path or just overcoming the path, that time two glands are present over here. Another one is pancreas, liver and pancreas. Okay, first of all we will read about the pancreas. Okay, pancreas secretes two types of juices. Okay, number one, that is called trypsin. Number one, that is called trypsin. One that is called lipase. So trypsin and lipase, two gastric juices are secreted from pancreas. Okay, and these two juices help so much to digest the semicellular clay-like structured food in different way. Look, how is it helped or what is its function? Here the protein changes into amino acids in the stomach, right? From stomach, it cannot be said that 100% of the food or the 100% of the protein that is consumed by that clay part of the food is totally being digested. Okay, few amount of the protein is till now left to be digested. Okay, so what will happen? That protein will be removed from our body as excreta? Of course not. That protein will also be digested here using the trypsin. Okay, so here trypsin also helps to conserve or digest the protein into amino acid. Okay, so here trypsin is helping, that juice that is coming or secreted from the pancreas, it's helped to digest the protein into amino acids. Right? Good. Next come to lipase. Before doing the lipase, we will read about the liver. Look, what is the liver? Liver is the largest gland in our body, na? Largest gland. If you say our salivary gland, it is very small in size. Then the pancreas, it is also quite smaller in size. Okay, the gallbladder, it's also secret. Okay, it is also small in size. For the liver is such a large sized gland, not the second one. Okay, so we can say liver is a large gland in our body or in a human body. Now from liver, what comes out? Liver also secretes one type of juice, that is called the bile juice, and the bile juice is the basic part or the base into it. We read acid and base, it contains the base into it in actual or maximum way. Okay, and this bile juice contains the base as bile salt. Okay, so bile juice and bile salt both are present at a time. Okay, in the liver. Got it? So the bile juice that is present inside the liver, it contains the base part into it. Okay, base part means it has the base. Okay, that base helps to take this type of food. Look, when in stomach the food was there, okay, that food is this food, because it is inside the stomach till now, but when it is coming through the small intestine, that time is also it is acidic. But liver's juice, the bile juice, as it contains the base, so this base or these made with it or it is mixed with it and make the food base in form. Okay, or it is called alkaline. So acid to base, or it is called here as alkaline. Got it? The food has made as alkene to alkaline. Alkene is acid. Alkene is acid and alkene to alkaline means base. Understood? So here the food has become base or alkaline. Next, lipase. Look, if we go for the word lipase, leading to it, that is Li, and from Li one word comes, that is called lipid. And what is the function of lipid? Can you see? Okay. So what is the function of lipid? I think you cannot see. So from lipase, the lipid what has taken. Okay. So lipid means fat. Lipid means fat. So we can easily say that the lipase, the juice that is secretes from the pancreas, it helps to digest the fat into fat digested into fatty acid and glycerol. So it means the fatty acid and glycerol are digested and comes as a product. Got it? So lipase digested in the food and takes out the fatty acid and glycerol from the fat. Got it? At that time, it happens that few amount of the fats molecules are larger in size. Okay, it is larger in size. All those very large size fats is dissolved into small molecular parts. Got it? It means small parts of the fats. Okay, so it helps the bile salt, large fat to dissolve it into small particles. Got it? When the fat is being dissolved, when the fats are being dissolved, this process is known as the emulsification of fats. So here we can write the formation of large fat particles is called as the emulsification fats. Emulsification of fats. What is the fats? Emulsification of fats is such type of process where the large size fats particles conserve or it is digested as a small emulsification of fats. But so everything we have got means the it has started from the buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity, the carbohydrate changes into glucose. Okay, and the stomach, if you go here, the protein is changed into amino acids. Okay, and inside the small intestine also, through the help of the trypsin, protein also again digested into amino acids, those which are present over here extra, and the lipase helps to takes or convert fat into fatty acids and glycerol. So fatty acid, glycerol, carbohydrate, proteins all are being digested properly. Now it is, or as a nutrient, it has to be absorbed in our body. It will be happen. Now the food, the simplest part of the food, when it is coming towards the small intestine. Okay, towards the small intestine. 7, you have read that there are. Okay, I am rubbing this side. There are few finger-like projections are present inside the small intestine, right? If it is small intestine, so you will observe that in the inner side, around the small intestine, there is a small finger-like projections, right? Do you know what is the name of it? At the both side, if I draw it. Okay. Of course, it is known as villi or villas. Okay, villas means any one and villi means the total. So total figure-like projections, what is the function of it? Look, if you go through any one of it, you will observe that there have lots of veins and arteries, covered around it. Okay, so here one is vein, one is artery. So what is the function of it and why the villi are being taken into it? Okay, the function is that we know that blood needs the nutrients. Why? Because blood circulates around our body and it helps to give us lots of activeness and much more strength in our body. It helps to protect our body from outer diseases, right? So in the same way, if we just think about the villi, when the food is passing through the small intestine, at that very time, as all the nutrients are being converted or digested, so where it will go? It will be go out or removed from our body as excreta? Of course not. So it will absorb. It is absorbed through the villi. You will observe that in our intestine, suppose you just think that in our intestine there is no villi or there is no finger-like projections. It's just normal pipe-like structure. So what will happen? All those very food particles and the nutrients are moving from here, and it will directly go to the anus and it will remove out. So there is no benefit of doing such type of things what we have read over here. But take the nutrients. That's why the food particles will move such places. Look, there is a zigzag. Those zigzag structure helps to catch the nutrients easily. And helps to blood vessels. Okay, as blood vessels are present over here, so those nutrients are directly goes to the blood vessel, or blood vessels used to absorb those nutrients and circulate throughout the body every time in each second. Got it? So that's why this is the function, this is the important function of villi. So villi creates a very important role in our body, in our digestive system, to get much more nutrition, okay, from the food. Understand? Okay. Now when the food is being taken, nutrients is being taken, being going through the small intestine to large intestine, that time is also in large intestine. We have read that in large intestine only the water is absorbed and the salt is absorbed. Yes, you are totally right, but you have to understand that in large projection like structure is present, okay, inside the body. Projection like structure like villi is present, and these things also helps to absorb the water and the salt or the minerals inside the duodenum or large intestine. Got it? So when it is taken, waste particles that is not needed at all in our body, that goes through the anus and goes out from the anus. Okay, so it is the entire process of our heterotrophic nutrition, and people, not only people but also different type of heterotrophic or heterotrophs used to digest their food throughout. I have not gone for cat or dog's body, and I have just given a very simple structure of our digestive system so that you can understand well in a better way. Okay, so this is the ultimate process how an heterotroph to digest the food after having it, after masticating of it. We will observe there are three different processes or three main process in our digestive system. That is, first of all, we are taking the food throughout our buccal cavity, right? Throughout our buccal cavity we are taking the food. That is called the ingestion of the food. What is ingestion? Here we can write the first word, that is ingestion. Okay, ingestion means intaking the food in our body. That is the ingestion. After that, when the food is being taken, what happens is goes through the esophagus to the stomach and digestion started. So the next process is digestion. After the digestion, and when digestion is taken place and it is completed, then what happens? The waste materials we have to remove from our body by which process? That is called egestion process. Egestion. Okay, so the process name is egestion. Got it? So egestion of waste material from our body. Ingestion, digestion, egestion. This is the main three part in digestion system to create its own work. Understood? Hope you have understand in a better way, and read well before watching this video, because when you will read the topic from your book, after that you will watch my video, you will guys understand in a clear way, the clear concept you will get, and there will be no questions from this topic at all. Okay, see you soon. Bye, take care and read well.